No, we're just waiting for. John.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Hey, Dan, how's it going?
All right, welcome to the November 17th, 2025 Board of Health meeting for the town of Millis.
Couldn't get rid.
Motion to open the meeting.
Second,
Okay, I have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right. Meeting is now opened. First agenda item is the nurses report at 6:04 PM. Get that up. It's showing. You can make it full screen.
How can I make this full screen then? Okay, that's it. Oops, it's not coming down, so we'll do it again. Okay. It's not-
You sharing? Oh, I see it on here.
Yeah. Why isn't that showing on it? Because. Maybe it's this.
Yeah.
I'll just put this down.
Go to the white square.
Huh? Was that
You go back to it, the little square, up a little bit. Over to the right,
it here?
no, up. Next to the X, to the left, a little bit, the little square down.
Okay,
Should make it big.
oh, yeah.
And then we can zoom in at the bottom. If we wanna make it big.
So this is just what Ann has seen over the last month.
Oh, okay.
Nothing major.
1 COVID, 4 Lyme, anaphylomosis 1, babiosa 1, flu 1, latent TB 1, yeah, ticks are still out. Flu clinic, or 1 flu case, clinics for flu shots are continuing. Okay, so if town residents need a flu vaccine, they can call. Okay. Latent TB case asymptomatic, alright.
That's not active.
Yeah.
That's latent, so they're testing them out, they may not have it at all, so,
Oh, it's just like
possible.
positive
right.
time result or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good. Alright, no illnesses, foodborne illnesses. Alright, great. We've been able to do net our nurse yet? We've real hiring for a nurse yet?
No, we're gonna be working on an agreement with Medway. And we'll be searching for a new nurse in September, sorry, the springtime.
Okay, alright. That's good. Alright. So next. Agenda topic, it is 6:07. We'll move on to agenda item. Septic regulations changes, y'all can sign in. I think Tom Roach wanted to start speaking or something. About septic changes.
You want me to talk? You want to talk? So, I had this a while ago. It was back in March of 24. And I had requested that the Board of Health revise their septic regulations to bring a couple of the regulations up to date. To match the state's DEP regulations, the two that I was questionable, asking to be revised was one. That Millis in their bylaws has that the perk rate. Is shut off at 30 minutes per inch. And I'm asking to change it to 60 minutes an inch. Like the state has, and I would say most of Massachusetts has. Towns. The other one was to allow the perk rate, for the perk season to be all year long, not just for existing homes, if you will, but for new construction as well. Again, the state allows that. And there's different reasons why that should be allowed. One of them being that the high water table is done by modeling now and not by visual sight of the water in the hole. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Again, I started this a long time ago, and for various reasons, the board has kicked it off, or other matters were ahead of it, but I'm thinking that it's time to get this passed.
Alright, so in order to change the regulations, we need to look into the basis why these were set at these rates.
You mean by the town of Millis?
Well, when these regs were passed, they set these numbers for a reason. We need to understand why they set these numbers for a reason. Is there something special about Millis soils?
No. in my-
Title V used to be 30,
So it used to be.
so it was just your regulation used to match Title V. And then Title V changed to 60. And your regulation hasn't changed with it.
Sorry, may I speak for a second? We had regs back in the early 90s. And they said 30 back then, along with the state, or did they change it to stay at 30 at that time?
No, the state was 30.
Right, but did the town have that when they started this in the 1991? Did they have this 30 within the regs they made in 1991?
How far back it goes?
Yeah, or did they just change it back to 30 when the state went to 60? I don't know this. I
We can go back and look. And I'll tell you, the perk season, the last time the regs were revised, I was here. And the conversation was that the health director at the time wanted time to do paperwork. That's why they wanted to keep the perk season, so they didn't have to go out and do perk tests. That was probably 12, 15 years ago.
Chair, may I speak? May I make a suggestion that if there is a desire to have our perk regulations updated, changed, that there be a proposal for such, and that be presented to the board for us to respond to. And as well as concurrent with that the board do any sort of research as to, where we evolve from. But it's more efficient for the board to have a proposal in front of it as to what specifically is wanted or being proposed. Have that written up on paper, and then we make it an agenda item, and then we can respond to it.
I could answer that. I do have a proposal. Again, it's going back to March of 24. It is in writing. It depicts what we're trying to do. And I really feel that I've been at this for a long time. We've been to several meetings, and this just goes on and on and on. It's not a hard issue. All right, there's nothing special about Millis soil. All right, these regs were put in a long time ago. Like Dan said, they matched the state back then, but the state changed their regs 20 years ago. And Millis didn't. Most of the towns in Massachusetts have. I can say that these regs were put in Millis to control building growth. All right, I've been building in town for over 40 years. I've watched the landscape, I know what's going on as far as, you know, different. Aspects of building and. You know, to continue this or further this out, I don't think it's right.
So Tom, can you submit this, what you've written down on your piece of paper? We don't have that piece of paper and we don't have it as a public document. So my suggestion as a board member to chair is that what you've got written down be submitted to the office, to Heather. She can put it on whatever meeting the chair slots it to, but then we have a piece of paper as well as a public document for presenting and responding to. And I understand your frustration. I mean, if you've been coming to meetings and talking about it for, sounds like many months, I can understand that frustration. But it's just, it just is easier for us to chunk it through. And again, I defer to the chair in terms of how she, would proceed.
Okay, well, I can say that your office does have this. This was a formal request, it was done. Back in March of 24. So your office does have this. It's a submittal asking for the request of change. Now, I don't have a problem resubmitting it if that's what you want, but I would really like to, instead of delaying it, let's discuss it. If there's anything to discuss, we should discuss it now.
Well, the board needs to understand what they're changing, because this is not just for development, it also affects people's health, like a public health of the entire city. So we need to be careful when we change regulations. So we're not gonna change anything tonight. If you wanna submit documentation which tells us like the basis of why we should change these, like factual evidence, scientific documents, journals from the trade that show why we need to change these so we can do it safely and make sure we're doing the right thing. Because we are not experts in septic and sewage and perk rates, so we have to do our research. So we're not gonna change anything just because you come into the board tonight.
Well, no,
But we
but
will
wait a
start
second,
looking
it's not
for
just coming
rates
to the board tonight, that's what's frustrating. This has been going on a long
We
time.
started,
So wait,
we
just-
had an issue. John got sick, we have put it aside, we will put it up, we will take it back on our board, on our next
But-
agenda,
but
we'll
when
start
you-
working on the septic regulations.
When you say it's a health issue to the town, this is
If you
specifically.
don't do septic regulations properly, you can cause issues with people's wells, with the public water supply, so we have to be careful. So we're gonna do our due diligence, protect public health. We're not just gonna change things without knowing what the results are gonna be if we change these things. We need to understand why you're telling us to change these things, which we may very well change them, but we need to have time to understand what we are doing. Because we owe that to the people that live in this town to keep them safe.
Well, we're not proposing anything that isn't safe. The state would not allow this for the past 20 years, right? I think they've changed it 20 years ago. The state's not gonna allow something like this if it's not safe to the public welfare, all right? So that, I don't,
But towns
Not
make
going
their
with
own
it.
regulations for their own situations. So why did this town not change for all these years? Since 1991, why did this town not change?
Well,
We just need evidence. Like you can talk as much as you want, we need evidence. Why do we need to change?
just give you an example, your stormwater regulations are outdated and need to be changed, and I've been talking about that with this board for 10 years. Why hasn't it changed? Because there's a reluctance to change regs.
Yeah, but we are starting to change our regs.
We asked, what's
Go
the
ahead.
storm rate? Is that the EHIR you're talking about? Okay, the EHI, okay,
Just as an example,
yes.
We are starting to go through our regs one by one. Because previous boards didn't do it, we've started to do it now.
Okay.
We started with the water well regs.
okay,
We're gonna do the septic ones next, then we're gonna do the tobacco one, then if you wanna do the stormwater, or you can do that fourth, we'll put it down on our list. Fourth will be stormwater after tobacco. We're hoping to pass our water reg, our well regs tonight.
okay,
So means we can start working on our septic regs.
okay. Are there other things in the septic regs that you're looking at?
Well, if you have any suggestions we can make, like, I think there was still cesspools in there.
There's discussion of cesspools,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's something in cesspools in our Millis regs, which the town has said, or the state has said, no cesspools.
Right.
So do
I'll
we
go
upgrade
through.
that too? I mean, there's other things we can change about these regs to update them and make them more,
Okay, so going along with that, back at this meeting back in March of 24,
yeah.
I was there, Dan was there, and Dan had offered his, well, I don't wanna say too much, but we offered them to go through the regs, all of the regs, and update them. And there was discussion, and then we got back, that no, that's not good for now, we'll just go along with these two issues. That was in 24, March 24. So,
Now you wanna take a comprehensive look?
Yeah.
Okay,
Which I do have the regs.
I'll do a run through of the regs. I'll submit a markup with my suggestions. And we can look at that at your next meeting.
Fair enough.
Great,
okay,
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other discussion on septic?
Take care, John.
Good.
Right.
Thanks.
So hopefully we can add the septic regulations and going over, especially looking at section 3, perk test, part B, which is the rates, and part I, which is the, testing between September and May 30.
Chair, do I have a question? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
And I don't know where it slots into, our year of updating our regs. Right now, our current EHIR, contract, as it were, or documents, have sign off, but they don't have a clause that states that if there's a significant change to a situation, a condition, that EHIR requests that, you know, the party has to come back and essentially we have to agree on the adjustment to the EHIR conditions. So I don't know where that slots in, but that's an important improvement to our current EHIR documents, as evidenced by the situation at Regency Glen Ellen, for example.
But we do a little work on stormwater HIR in the future.
Okay.
All right. Any other comments on, septic before we move on?
No, I think I appreciate your point of we have to do due diligence, especially when there's a, you know, we have to balance the the needs and the wants of all different user groups of regulations.
I don't see rushing.
No.
Let's do it right.
Yeah.
All right, next, agenda item. That is. We're ahead of time. That could be an issue.
So you wanna go, well, so excuse me, if we could do wells, maybe?
Okay,
If that's, it's up to you.
yeah, I don't think anyone's here for well regulations. All right, so 621, we'll move on to the well regulations, so I don't wanna go ahead on the RG, because I think people are gonna come on for 645. So we'll just go to new well regulation vote. All right, so we've been working on these well regs for a while. The last 2 meetings ago. Me and Matt had finished going through it. Before, I don't know if you got a time to see. Our final changes, we were happy with it, but did you have time to review it yourself?
Are you talking with me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I did. I looked at it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it all looks good. It's basically just tightening up, from what I could tell, and making sure that the, like the testing, some of the testing information was congruent.
I think it all goes back to the appendix.
That
Test,
was the chemicals right there.
yeah.
And then there was some other things that we had, I think it was his name. Glenn Ayer,
Yeah, Glenn.
he helped out quite a
He
bit
was
on
there.
this, yeah, he's very good at this.
Yeah.
This is the end of it right here, right?
Yes.
Matt can hear us. Matt, can you hear us?
I can. I was hoping Jack Carr would say she wanted Carol to read it again.
Start, Glenn.
Jeez, that's the 2 hours worth.
I bet you were, Matt.
Perfect, here we start.
Jeez.
That's okay, you love it when I read the septic regulation.
See how long your voice lasts, right?
All right. Are we happy with this? Do we need to make any changes? Any last comments?
No, I think we're good. And it's not like, if we discover something or something evolves, we just, bam, throw it on an agenda and update it. So
So,
it's all good.
Agreed.
so are we ready to take a vote?
Yes.
Oh. You scroll to the top second.
Hmm?
You
We're
scroll
going,
to the top of the page so I can read the proper title.
okay, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so motion to pass and adopt the Board of Health well regulations as amended on 11/17/2025 for the town of Millis. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the well regulations have been adopted, or the updated well regulations have been adopted. Yay!
I was gonna say, congratulations. We should all be patting ourselves on the
My
back.
God. That was like 6 months worth, I'm like, my God.
We got there, all right, now we gotta start septic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so that's good, all right, now we got 6:25. Okay, can we jump to the director's report?
Yeah.
It's 6:25, checking these off. Yeah, new people will be joining us.
More people are joining us this. Jeez, I can find out who's joining now.
He just gotta go back to the Zoom.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Take this off for a second. Yeah, Ted, okay, Ted Merchant. We should, yeah, no,
We got like
yeah, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, so we just squeeze the director's report on there.
Yeah. See. This is gonna be, okay, hold on. Just have to join.
Oh, that was just him doing.
Okay.
Hey, Matt.
Right, this meeting reports, 11/17/25. First, there's food service inspections that were done. These are all the simpler kind of restaurants that, Angelo, he does the more difficult ones.
Okay,
He's a very good, safety expert, so very good. Title V inspection reports. Orchard Street, 189, 28 Forest Street, 6 Rivendell Lane, and 4 Brookview Road. They all passed. Septic, has some plans of 61 Spencer Road, plan was approved. The Birch DPW, they're getting a well, a tight tank at the new well they're putting in, so I was up there doing that, which is fine. 157 Village Street abandonment. That was fine. That means we're attaching to town sewer. They have to check out the old abandonment from the tanks from the septic system. Housing, camps, complaints of this Stony Brook.
Is that the continuation of?
This guy.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Actually, that's not, this is a different one. It was an individual who's had some issues in the past and he's, went out back out there, this. Issues that would go back and forth between that and the landlord. 210 Pleasant Street. That was. Oh, yes, that's another housing issue. 34 Bridge Street visit. Apartments. 34 Village Street. They're putting in large.
Oh, is it the OBD or something?
Yes, right, 40B.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a,
Yeah, I was just there. It's not on septic. Well, right now it isn't. I'm trying to get the town sewer up there. But yeah, we were all up there the other day. Mega Jim had a complaint, which I found out that wasn't, that my inspection wasn't happening. A person who went there said he smelled mold, he's mold action going on the gym.
It just smells bad.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And sometimes they have problems, but it's not mold, tell you that.
Yeah, no, not old. I go there.
Yeah.
It's just gross.
Yeah.
I really want to eat.
Yeah,
During the summertime, it can be an issue.
yeah, I can see that. I don't know how you would clean that place. Like the floor, like I think you just have to replace it. It's very porous.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of, like, not bleach or whatever, some kind of cleaning stuff they have to
Yeah.
use. Rich Dale's no sales. I inspected that. They didn't have sales for a Monday, the third, I think it was,
Yeah, okay.
and they didn't sell, which is,
Were you able to see that the system was updated or not that it's required? I'm just curious.
yeah, show me it.
Yeah.
So it's updated.
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully it works. I mean, I've heard of updates for decades. Trust me. It's, for some reason, they don't always work.
Did we make, I guess we'll get to that, but did we make a note in the minutes or anything that like that was part of the decision criteria?
I don't know.
Cause that is something we discussed, right? Like.
Yeah, we
okay,
did, you
made a
did.
Change,
Yeah.
we wanna try to be, but I wanna make sure that if it happens again, we can say, hey, you can't trick us, we remember there was a change.
Yeah,
Cause let's be honest, it'll be in like 2 years or like none of us will remember.
yeah, right. Okay, I'll find out, if you should have that in the meeting minutes.
I was gonna say, we'll just try. to
If you
remember
don't,
to do it.
then just say that we had, because I know I'm hearing it too. See, Village Street sales. I don't know what that is, Village Street issued sales.
Village Street issues.
Oh, yeah, that was another, Oh, yes, that's another interesting one. They're in a zone 2. And they really should only have 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms in really count. And they only have 25 acres. And they're putting an ad in the paper, 5 and 6 bedrooms, 4 and 5 bedrooms. You can't do that. And so I've wrote them a letter. I've talked to the attorneys because I'm not exactly sure how he could stop the sales in this situation. Because it's, you're in a zone 2, and you only have so much room. You're allowed to have bedrooms. And they're over pushing it way above what is liable. It's illegal to do that. And, it's difficult to get these people to stop, trust me. So I have to find out from the attorney, how do we get this, if they disobey what I told them to, what do I do? You know what I mean? Well testing, 33 Causeway, the well test was good. That's for a home, drinking well. They went well. Miscellaneous have different.
I hear about this rodent seminar, that sounds interesting.
What's that?
The rodent seminar?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I went to that. It was pretty interesting, yeah. It was good. think it was, that was, yeah, seminar, NEHA, yeah, right.
Never been to one of those.
Yeah, it was quite interesting, you know? And that's that.
Still not 6:05. We could attempt a minutes. Can we do a minutes?
Yeah, I mean, and we do it during the public part. Are we waiting on people to join? Like I see that
What?
Mr. Merchant is here, but I also understand that if they're on the agenda, we don't want to preclude people from joining.
It's on the agenda for 6:45, so I didn't wanna like move it up, because people might be joining at 6:45 just for that item,
Okay. That's fair. I get that.
cause they'll miss.
All right, well, they get to watch the interesting
That's
minutes.
when I sent out a notice today
Yeah,
with the agenda, so,
Okay, so let's stick to it then.
yeah.
just safer. Alright, so we'll jump to the first meeting minutes.
Let me see, now.
This is always fun to see who's gonna.
Okay.
I didn't say this just because I wanted to make sure I could be heard, but I agree with the idea, by the way, on the previous item on the septic regs, that we should be inclusive, not exclusive, and look at the whole thing if we're gonna do it. And I know that can be frustrating because, as John just said, we took 6 months on this last set,
Yeah,
but I think we also feel confident that it's right,
yeah,
you know?
we wanna improve it,
Yeah,
so
so
that's knowledge.
I'll just say I'm supportive of that in general. I'd rather get it right than do it 3 times.
Appreciate that. Make it all day.
It was just the September 1st one. Or do
Yeah,
you wanna-
September 29th is the first. Yeah, 10 minutes to go through them.
If we end up with time left, we could have John do practice his stand-up act maybe. While we wait.
See, yeah, yeah.
In this whole time while there was a delay, we were remain live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's like a couple minute delay between when we're talking and the shows on YouTube.
There has to be.
Yeah. We learned that one.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed. And that's just why we have the Zooming for people who are actually gonna be in the meeting and have to control that way. And if they want, they say, oh, we wanted a Zoom meeting, and say, you could have come in here that day, we're not preventing you from coming to these things. But if you wanna come in with your weirdo stuff, we'll know right away who you are and we'll call the cops. There you go.
Adventures and meetings.
Yeah,
Drafts out.
oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
She would wanna do it this.
It's always harder when someone's watching that, every time.
It's not that great to be so fast at this stuff, we're not fast at all.
Right.
What was the other one? I still for not being good typist. What are you doing? What are you doing?
My last 2 bosses were senior vice presidents and they used 2 fingers. for typing, and it didn't hold them back, so.
Alright, anyone see any changes?
Try using dictation to type. I cut my hand, I had to.
Oh,
Is it-
really?
It's great.
Really?
Yep, it
Wow.
forces you to organize your thoughts before you start back on the
Interesting.
keyboard. But go back and fix it too.
Wow, yeah.
Interesting, yeah, I've never done that.
That's a short meeting.
It was, and I don't remember why. Was it because we just basically had to push things?
Yeah,
That was short, very short.
we finished the well
We did meetings.
regulations. And then we did our form meet.
Yeah, and there wasn't much to discuss, because even though we made changes, it wasn't worth.
Yeah. And Core was
We got
out.
through minutes, a lot of minutes.
Alright,
Uh,
I don't see any changes.
I don't either.
Oops, to be approved. Save it to your desktop. Copy. Okay, motion to approve the September 29th, 2025 Board of Health meeting minutes.
Second,
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
I,
Aye.
That one is saved, and I will stop sharing this one, I will share the next one.
I don't have it.
I don't have it.
October, it's up on the desk. You got it?
It's September.
October's on the desk, desktop.
All right,
It's right there, right there on the left, right there. Yeah, good.
all right. Okay. There. Over. All right. Which deals? No bypass button. Okay, so it does mention the bypass button.
that's good.
I'm scanning purchase name. Page. Take place on our third, and that occurred. Postpone both. Right.
652 has a lot of acronyms.
Any issues with that?
It's a quick one too, right at an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, we're rolling. Okay, so motion to approve the October 2025 Board of Health Town of Millis meeting minutes.
Second,
Okay, all in favor? Aye,
I,
Aye.
all right, meeting minutes approved. Save it to your desktop. Looks like we are just about on time. All right.
we can sit and wait, or you can tell us about the road meeting.
Now is.
Okay. Anybody have any topics for 4 minutes?
Oh, sure, I'll ask a question. Do we have any plans to have a health fair in the spring? I know we're hiring a new public nurse, but is that is that a goal for
Yes,
her?
it is a goal. Even Ann said she wanted to have a health fair in the spring as well. So, you know, she'll help out as well, and we'll figure it out. So,
Can we include it in like another event so we get more?
yeah, so the one we had at the fire department was great.
Yeah,
It was tons of people. As I was wondering if there's something with the school, maybe. They may have some type of nurse. Singers, maybe there's stuff around the school that they would need secondary. Must be on secondary there, I don't know.
like what occurred in spring?
You could do a prom night,
Yes, right.
and do all sorts of different agendas.
Right. Yes,
We are open for suggestions.
Yeah, right.
for our health parents.
Because unfortunately, the ones we've had, we might have had that many people.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Maybe 50 people coming into it and it's on for 4 hours, 50 people come in and. No, because a lot of times it's because people are, they have their kids in sports, and stuff like that, it's, you know, it's.
It's tough.
It's tough, yeah.
Well, if we could do like a drug take back day at the same time, like, does the police do that? Does the fire
I
department
don't
do
think they do
anything?
that here.
No,
I think that if you go to like places like Framingham and stuff like that, they have large amounts of things.
yeah,
Um.
what can we get by it?
It's a small town, isn't it? That fire department thing was great.
Yeah,
It was. They got everything together. I haven't seen one like that in this town for a long time.
I wonder if the senior center has anything. See, like the health fair / the senior center or something fair,
You think they're,
so we combine.
yeah, I don't know, but I think that's during the winter. I think they're trying one out and that's too close for us.
Yeah.
If they do something like that in the spring, I wouldn't mind using COA as well. You know,
Maybe we can ask them if they're planning.
yeah, we used to have ones with,
Oh, yeah,
If they have something in the spring, they want that we can
we have,
combine.
yeah, we have a board meeting on Thursday, I can ask the question,
Okay,
like.
they'd be interested because our health fair doesn't attract many customers.
Yeah, 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 may as well,
We combine events.
if you, yes, that makes a lot of sense.
and the flu shots aren't that much in the towns, in all towns, because people are getting their shots
You go to
outside.
CVS.
CVS and the doctor's offices, it's. We don't have that, I mean, 20 years ago when I was doing this, when I was in Randolph, we had thousands of people coming into it, because they didn't have the, the
Yeah, they
CVS
want
and
to
stuff like that.
finish stuff.
And so you had a big local, flu. Shots.
How are we doing on our supply? Are we using them?
I think we'd probably, I gotta ask Ann, but I think we're, I went, maybe 60 going, we bought 120, maybe 60, but that's, you're not gonna see too many people after November getting one.
Yeah.
So last year we got 60 out of 20, 120 used anyways.
I think we're buying.
So we're buying more than we necessarily use.
Alright, we'll reevaluate how many.
Did you have a month in mind?
Hmm?
Sending a month in mind for the healthcare?
I think April,
Spring?
sometime April, yeah.
Flexible. Oh, like it's 6:46. Alright,
Yes.
anybody else joining? Alright, so. Agenda item 6:46 is the Regency at Glen Ellen, LOC updates. We just wanted to do a check-in with the Toll Brothers and RGE on the letter, see how you're doing on your plans and getting expert
Okay,
assistance.
who would you like to go first, Toll or RGE?
Ted, are you there? Oh, sorry.
I'm here. Sure, I can give an update on where we are. I think you probably have all seen it by now, but we sent in a report on Friday, which was right around the deadline time, from our health expert who I was very impressed by all of his credentials. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to read and digest it. I would like for him to come and speak to you on the report. He's not available tonight. So we can set that up for your next available meeting. But I don't want to speak to it this evening. He is the expert that we spent a lot of time and energy with, and would like for him to speak to it. So I think that's pretty much the update.
Okay, that's fair. So you found an expert, you got advice from an expert, and I think this one's submitted to everybody. the
Correct.
report. Perfect.
May I ask, did you guys get that?
I don't remember seeing it, but that doesn't mean,
I emailed it Friday.
It's like a 30-page document.
I probably missed it as traveling.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll read it.
Jessica, did you get one? Did you get one Friday?
Yeah, no,
Jessica?
I read it, and it's interesting. He's got, as you said, Ted, you know, he's got, impressive background credentials. And it's definitely a report that, I appreciate, you bringing him to a board meeting so we can interact with the report and the author of the report. Appreciate that.
Yeah, so bring the expert May next board meeting,
December 15th.
December.
Yeah, if you could send that to me, I will get him
Okay.
on board, assuming he can make it.
Yeah, thank you. So I guess, RTE.
Okay,
What you guys found?
Should I sit up at the table? That'd be easier.
Sure.
Okay. Well, we are not quite so far along the continuum of producing a water management plan as told. When we learned about the letter of concern, we did a lot of development, made a lot of phone calls. We contacted 13 firms, just the trustees in looking at what we could do. And the standard response was, that is a very interesting issue. We can't help you. So we were fortunate to have engineers on the property, very talented engineers who put together an extensive request for proposal. And we have identified, after they found additional firms, and we had little issues too, is we needed to make sure there wasn't a conflict of interest with the firms that we're looking at. They identified 7. Ultimately, we had 2 that were really in the running, and we have 1, which we now have at our attorney for review. We've heard back from the attorney. It looks good. There's still some things to be ironed out, but we would expect, hopefully within days, to sign a contract for a firm. It includes a workshop, and along with RGE, Board of Health, and interested partners to discuss the issues and the background and the letter of concern and any other questions before they begin what they do. It includes putting together a water management plan, including mapping the water on the property, flushing effectively. I call it strategic flushing, but you know what, getting the most out of flushing so that when the water is moved, you're certain that all of the water has been moved around the property. It also includes an education piece for the residents, because as we know, I guess Ted could correct me on how many gallons of water are supposed to be used each day. But we have snowbirds, and we have typically 2 people living in a house that could house at least 4. They're not using the same level of water, so the water is well, you all know why we're here. So educating the residents so that they know what to do when they're absent from their homes, and they know what to do when they come home. So the firm that we looked at has some good depth. It's engineers with a lot, there's also scientists on the staff. So we're very confident they can put together a plan that will work for us now, and going into the future. Among the things that will help us in the future is they're looking at putting in like a monitoring system, which would be like early detection. If we have to let us know, okay, it looks like you need to be looking a little harder at this now. So they really, I think they can do the job for us, and for what your requirements are here in our ongoing, making sure that we keep this under control all the time. So that's where we are. I do hope that we have our folks here for December as well. I'll know better very soon on that. And then we can because I've taken a look at the report that the Toll has sent. It's quite extensive, and it will be a good piece of work for our firm to consider as they develop their plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if your firm can ask questions to
Oh,
the
yeah.
tolls expert, that might be,
We'll have them talking.
yes.
Yeah.
We we have already communicated on that, and we're happy to help out.
Great.
And that's it.
Sounds good. We knew this wouldn't be a fast process.
Yes, it's not a fast process. You know, we're a small community in a small town, of 55+ residents who came here to play pickleball. And here we are. So,
It sounds like we're moving in the right direction.
Yes.
We're
yeah, we are
looking for the
confident.
experts to get the answers.
Yes, yeah. So I think that's it. I do see, John Stedman. I know our trustees are listening, so if any of you have anything that you would like to add, and if there's anything I missed, please do, feel free to, fill in the gaps. Oh, I'm getting a thumbs up. Okay.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
That could mean a lot. I think he mean it. He's good.
Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's good. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so we just wanted to bring you in, so.
There. There, I unmuted. Carol did a good job. She explained it all. I have nothing to add.
Thank you. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, deadlines are good things.
Yeah, we just wanna keep
That we were always mindful of it and pretty confident we weren't gonna be able to meet it, so. But we are moving forward.
Good.
Everybody's comfortable with the process of moving forward.
Good. All righty, thank you.
Anybody have anything else for? Thank you very much.
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks, guys. See you on the 15th.
Thanks.
Good.
Good night.
So we last.
I think so.
Yeah, we are alive.
Yeah, you get to see the rest of the meeting. Cause I think all we have left, right, is to set a date. Is that out here?
December 15th.
December 15th.
Oh, it's already set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we set another one past then?
That's
No, I think I
true,
forgot that.
maybe. Do January, because they'll take this one if we don't.
Yes.
If you did, it would
Oh,
be helpful
we
for
do.
us too to know, for milestones along the way, that we can make sure that we have our firm available.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you want, I presume you want statuses, every
Yeah.
month. And by the way, if you want statuses in between time, just reach out, at any time.
Do we have the monthly meetings? When we sent that with Jim,
Yeah,
DPW, monthly meetings between us?
yeah, I think we should, yeah.
And then that engineer from your facility, they were
Mike?
very good,
Oh,
very
yeah.
good guys.
Yeah, I was saying to
Yeah.
John, Mike is, he was furloughed because he's a federal employee. We were very fortunate to have him work for us.
Civil engineer,
Wow.
Yeah, civil engineer,
really good.
to do a proposal when you'll see the, but I mean, we'll show, once we are confident that we have a product to show you, you will be impressed. So.
Sounds good.
Jai here. Can I suggest that we try to, I know our next board meeting is slotted for, or state, set for December 15th. I think it'd be very useful for Regency Glen Ellen's, who they are hiring, to be at the meeting where Toll Brothers expert is going to be, in order to have that conversation. In other words, you have two experts, right, coming from slightly different vantage points. If I were your expert, Carol, I would want to ask questions of their expert. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And, asking, I don't know how much flexibility or what the contract is that Toll Brothers has with their expert, but, maybe, if the dates can't be aligned in December, then, let's work to get a January date, earlier in January, for those two experts to be in the same conversation. Otherwise, we're going to do a little bit of he said, she said, which is not a very efficient process, if that makes sense.
Does, yes.
Yeah.
So we
So,
wanna set a January meeting now, just so we have dates for that, everybody?
yeah, with that being fluid, like if they can't both make the December,
Yeah.
let's get dates when they can, from the two part, from Toll Brothers expert and Regency Glen Ellen's, firm that, so we can set a date for January, but with a suggestion that be fluid if those two parties can't make that date. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
It
it's a hard
does.
time of year.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. December is like trying to make.
That's
You
what we
know,
said last time.
yeah. And even December, it's, I mean, January is even a little, first part of January, people are still kind of in holiday mode, so.
Well, and to be fair, right, they're having their lawyer review. It could be till mid-December until someone's on board and has not had time
Yeah, that's true.
to go through.
Exactly.
things. I don't, that, but I just know things.
Yeah, I think it's just based on
Lawyers.
what I've seen today, I think it will move pretty fast.
Oh, okay.
So
I just wanted to be sure that you and your experts had time to go through everything
Oh,
and you
yeah.
didn't feel rushed.
Mhm. No, we'll do, this will be thorough. We want to do this once. And since it's gonna be, it'll end up being ongoing, we may as well get it right from the start.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Twelfth of June.
yeah, let's propose the January meeting for the 12th. Just so we can set the date and book the room and so,
I can't do
Yeah.
the 12th, I'm sorry. I can't, I have to be out of town for, a conference that day.
how about? We've done it on Tuesdays before.
that's ML King the following.
Well, are you at that,
Yeah,
are you at that whole week, Jack?
Yeah, I'm out that week.
okay, so the entire, let's see,
So that puts us at 20.
but that's, Emma Holding.
That's, oh, I was looking at Tuesday, sorry.
Tuesday, okay.
I got stuck on Tuesday.
Would Tuesday after the holiday?
Tuesday,
The 20th?
20th. I can do that one.
Okay,
Try that.
all right, let's try January the 20th. Which is a Tuesday. Hopefully, in the December meeting or the January meeting will work for both experts.
Yeah.
that's good.
And let's pretend it doesn't. I think we should just talk about trying to make it happen because
Yeah,
I'd also hate to
yeah, we could ask for dates,
go out
but
forever.
like you could ask your firm for dates and then we can
Yeah,
give them to.
Mhm.
Have their expert find a date.
make sure.
Be flexible.
Yep. That works.
One of the things, I'm just gonna throw this out just so it's kind of on record. One of the things that we need to watch is with any increase in flushing the systems, DEP has a cap on how many gallons Regency Glen Ellen can use.
That
Per-
goes for the well. Not for drinking water.
It's for, is it just for the
Water.
well, for the irrigation?
Irrigation.
It's
Okay,
irrigation.
okay,
not For the groundwater.
Okay. Okay. And did I hear you accurately say that you're at somebody is working or has at least brought up the point that they're, to kind of spread out where the flushing water goes, where the flushed water goes around your
Yes,
property?
yes.
Good.
Yes, I'm calling it strategic flushing, but it really is a plan to make sure that 100% of the water
Okay.
passes through.
Ends up in a
Right.
report. It's a good
Smart.
term.
Yeah, there was questions before whether or not they were gonna use a pump station and get rid of any of the stagnant areas by pumping it out. That was a question.
Yeah, that
It
was the
came through
question.
with the
Yeah.
engineers and the piping, but
Yeah.
that's,
I
no one's
that's-
thinking about that now. They're not,
yeah,
they're
I
not
don't
bringing it
think
back
so.
into
I
it
don't
anymore.
think so. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But again, I think they're not gonna leave any possibility unconsidered. And you also were talking about what is it, that flushing?
Backflow from
Backflow.
the, yeah.
Yeah,
DEP was
yeah,
recommending.
that was not really looked at as a good possible solution, either my understanding is by Toll or by the engineers that we spoke with.
I would imagine anyone that agreed to work on this understands it's complex and that they have to leave no stone unturned, as she said.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
not surprised to hear you say how many people turned it down.
Yeah, oh yeah, and some, after we spoke to them for a long time, they were very interested, just not interested in.
Yeah, they're fascinated with the
Yeah.
problem, but they. don't
Sure.
Scientists are bad about that. That sounds really cool. Someone else can do that.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending 20 minutes.
Let's know
to tell
how
me.
it works out, yeah.
Yeah,
Just let me say something. This is such a, new type of issue.
Yeah.
This whole, this whole,
Warming ground
yeah,
temperatures.
right.
It's
And
gonna be-
this is the size of this place.
Yeah.
You don't have this situation really anywhere that I've learned around the nation. They have, Legionella,
Legionella.
Legionella in hospitals, in
Mhm.
businesses and the high places in New York. That's what it's. So, well, you never heard of it, people saying this in this type of a situation. So it's very interesting,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And that's one of those things, as a scientist, I try to be careful using that word because we find so much interesting. And if it's your water, it's not interesting at all.
Exactly, yeah.
That would be great if that was someone else's interesting.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I totally get it.
but we have our own interesting now, so. I mean, we're gonna run
Well,
with it.
and don't you think some of that is because hospitals are regulated, so there's more of an oversight, for example,
Yeah, they're
and
looking for it.
nursing homes are more regulated, so there's more oversight. So,
Mhm.
There's also
there's,
population that's in those facilities, though.
Yeah.
right,
Like
right.
they're immunocompromised,
Sure.
you know,
Right,
that's why hospitals test,
yeah.
patients.
Geez, did we ever finish at 7:04 before?
Man, that was weird.
You finally get an early night. During a late night, yeah.
It's septic
I
rates.
was gonna say, don't tell Tom, geez.
All right,
Do you have any more questions for me?
any more questions?
Nope, sounds great. Sounds you've done due diligence, and I'm thrilled to hear that you found somebody that you seem happy with. Just kind of doing the last 10% of finalizing the contract and the agreement. That's great.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
All right.
Make a motion that we close the Millis Board of Health meeting for 11/17/2025 at 7:05 PM. Do I have a second?
Second,
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
I,
I was gonna ask,
It's too late, no more.
oh, yeah, I know. I was gonna ask, Jake, I mean, you can say it's not, is your daughter okay with the child? She got,
yeah, oh, yeah, yes, there's a new granddaughter. Everybody's healthy. Yeah. And I
That's
get to visit as long as I don't visit anybody, which is why I'm not there tonight.
I don't blame you. Not a tough choice.
I mean, it's an interesting experience to be the older generation where you're just like, okay, but the things that are now documented and regulated and, lines in the sand, and not that I disagree, it's just a lot more oversight, let's put it that way, when one has a new baby than than before.
Grown children too.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Maybe you're building their immune system.
That's right.
Exposure build a strong immune system.
Right.
Very
All right,
true.
thank you all.
all right, thank you.
Well, what's interesting is this particular pediatrician group and OBGYN group, they've actually way backed off of vaccines for the newborn. So part of why there's a very limited number of germs allowed in their house is because they did not do the vaccination that was done 20 years ago, say, for example. So it's which I appreciate. And I've got all my pandemic masks still, so I use those. But
Measles is still rampant around here.
Yeah. That's not good for things.
measles and whooping cough. Whooping cough is another one that's out and about.
Geez.
It's really everywhere.
Diphtheria,
Yeah.
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 So, and I don't want to be the one that makes the baby sick for the first time. Let that be the parents. Let that be the parents.
Wait till they go to school. Or daycare.
Oh, daycare, it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
It's germ frenzy.
Oh, geez. Little red dots on them.
oh,
It's the
yeah.
red dots, red dots. Oh,
Yeah, I never was as sick as when I had young children that were in preschool. I seriously, it was just like, you know,
Every week I'm sick or something.
oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was like, how many weeks has it been since I've been out of the house? Between,
Temperature of 105.
Wow.
104, 105. I'm like, oh my God. The son's in the corner, like he's like sweating. We got fans on him and stuff, and he's like, oh. And the doctor's like, just keep him in don't put water on him. Don't do that. Okay. I'm like, unbelievable. He survived.
Right?
And now he's got a strong immune system.
Yes.
I was gonna say, now he's got a great immune system.
See, I always think that, and then when I got sick with my kids, I was like, where's my immune system?
I know.
What's going on?
Bugs.
Right, right.
And then you tell yourself that you're like, like re-amplifying it, but I'm not so sure that's true either. Congrats on the baby, that's great.
Well, and it's kind of not fair because the kids get sick. First kid gets sick, then the second one, then you get it. But the problem is now you're sick and they're healthy. So they're like,
Right?
Yeah.
And they already forget what it was like to be sick, so they just think you're being a downer or something.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. Why can't we go out and, why can't, leave me alone? I'm like, yeah, some things I don't miss about early childhood.
That's what's great about grandkids and other people's kids, that you can hand them back. So you get the fun part, and then you go home.
The new baby smell. I can't believe somebody hasn't figured out a perfume that smells like new baby smell.
Right? You can like shut the world down.
I mean, you just go, oh. No. Oh, well, but thank you. Yes, it's fun. And yes, I get to hand back and gotta go. But they're doing great. They're happy. They go, do we ever sleep again normally?
Yeah, about 25 years.
And I said, yeah, but then you get older and then your sleep kind of gets wonky anyway. So, so yeah, your best days of sleep are behind you. But yeah.
What a joy. Well, congratulations.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
good. Well, congratulations on the shortest Board of Health meeting I've ever been to. That was great.
That's good.
All right. Well, good night, everyone.
Have a
Hey,
good night.
it's getting cold out. Watch it.
Oh,
Cold,
yeah.
cold, cold.
Oh, I know.
In here, how cold it was.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good
Oh,
night.
happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.